So I finally got my hands on a GoPro, and today's video is a time trial with Douce Frugalite. So this climb is a 2.2k climb, average gradient 8%, and Pauline did the climb in just over 10 minutes. Her stats for the climb was 222 watts at 60 kilos, that's 3.7 watts per kilo. And right now you can see me riding next to her. Just telling her what she must do. Told her she must try and hold 240 watts. That was a little bit ambitious because after about 5 minutes she couldn't hold the power anymore. She only got a power meter 2 weeks ago, so she's still getting a feel for the thing and seeing what kind of wattage she can hold. Pauline says she's finally found her purpose in life. Her purpose is to beat Tori Barry on Douce Frugalite. For those of you who don't know who Tori is, that's Durian Rider's girlfriend. To make sure she actually beats Tori, I threatened her with the end of our relationship. If she doesn't beat Tori, it's over. So Bebe, tell us a little bit about your ride today. How did it feel on this first segment?
It was amazing to have a road without any intersection, without cars. It was great. Of course it was hard, but all I remember is the nice landscape. It's the best ride in South Africa for me so far.
How do you find the roads in general in South Africa?
It's horrible for me. I fear for my safety every time. That's why I stay in the neighborhood usually. And like every time it rains, it puts a lot of gravel and dirt and sand on the road, and I hate that.
So do you think there's a lot of rednecks in this town?
Yes, there are.
So how far did you ride today?
It was 60 kilometers and it was for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
And what was the elevation like for the lap?
Oh, I forgot.
You forgot?
Yeah.
Well, I still have it on my Garmin. I think it was 1,300 meters, so that's not bad. It's about 20 meters of climbing per K. What's your training been like since you've been here? How many hours have you been doing a week? How much intensity? That kind of stuff.
Well, here I train less. I do about 37 kilometers when I train in a day. I don't do much lately. I was used to do 100 kilometers.
Yeah?
Right, yes. Before, but here in South Africa, I don't do long rides.
So you get a bit bored of the neighborhood.
Yes, I am.
But pets must stay in the neighborhood, because if pets go too far, they get killed.
It's dangerous out there.
So you're from Strasbourg. How's the training like there?
Well, I did not train in Strasbourg, in the city. I was a bit far away in the mountains. I was living just in the middle of plenty of mountains, so it was amazing to train there. So I used to train on climbs that were at least 6% and for 2 hours or more. So it was great for a beginner. But I did train without a power meter, without any technical stuff. But I was just training by myself, without any coach.
And what motivated you to get out every day?
I love cycling, I love to sweat and stuff. And then I wanted to be in a bike club, so I trained more to have a decent level. And then I entered the bike club, and then I went to Chiang Mai. And then things became interesting. So the first time I tried Douce Frugalite, I did it in 50 minutes, but that's okay for the first time. And a few months later, I did it in 40 minutes. That's quite an improvement.
Yeah, it's a huge improvement.
And what helped me was being paced by other people. So I learned how to push pedals in a constant power. It helps.
What's your hardest day being on a bike? Have I tortured you the most?
Well, I hesitate between Dointanon and Doi Kieu Long. They were quite hard, a bit more than 200 kilometers and a lot of elevation. I think it was 3,000 meters elevation with a good team. It was a great day, but also very hard.
Yeah, so mega endurance ride.
Yeah, but I had plenty of water, plenty of sugar in my bottles and dried fruit, so it was totally okay.
So you reckon going full gas for 10, 20, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, it's not as bad as a long ride like that? An epic ride like that?
It's different. I love both.
Yeah?
And both make me suffer. But I'm addicted, like you.
What did you chow before the ride?
Today I had 2 big mangoes before the ride, and I put some sugar in my bottle, and after the ride I had dates, major dates.
Did the mangoes help you to take a shit?
Yeah, as every morning. Fibers help and water helps.
And does it float every time?
I don't check.
We woke up quite early this morning, it was 4:45, and you looked like a sack of shit.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of salt the day before and I needed some water to wake up. I felt like a zombie this morning.
Yeah, those eyes couldn't open. What gearing setup are you currently running on your bike?
I have a triple blade in front, and on the rear I have a 36 cassette, and my initial bike had a 32 tooth at the beginning, but I changed it in Chiang Mai.
And this is quite an interesting one that I'm sure the viewers would like to know. Have you found that sexual activity increases your performance on the bike?
It doesn't increase nor reduce it. I didn't notice any difference.
So it's just neutral?
Yes, it is. And after a great ride, I feel hornier.
That's interesting.
Like you?
Yeah, so it increases libido.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I found the same to be true in my case. So I see some crew like Craig from Cycling Slim have been getting insane results by cutting out refined sugar. That turn rider just gives shit advice, eh?
They say so. Seriously, I like all kinds of sugars. Starch, cane sugar, fruit, dry fruit, any kind of sugar. It helps for energy, for cycling, for walking.
Any sweet shit. Okay, we've drifted off the topic of the actual effort here. So what do you think about when you're going full gas like this?
When I know how long I will have to pedal, I'm not even sure how much power I need to push for now, so I need more experience. I don't know. So I listen to your advice and I try to stick to it.
And the 240 wasn't a bad guess, eh?
It was okay.
Just a little bit too hard.
Yeah, maybe. I think I have lost some fitness here because I don't ride much. But when I will go back to Chiang Mai, I will be able to cycle every day as much as I want.
And become a beast again, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that?
Yeah.
So you've lost a bit of weight since you've come to South Africa?
Yeah, I was about 62 kilograms when I came here, and currently I'm between 59 and 60 kilograms.
Oh, it's a good drop.
Yeah.
And what have you changed?
I check my calories, I weigh myself.
Yeah. And you don't find your performance is going down?
No, it doesn't. And if I have a hard day, I will just add sugar in my bottle because it works.
So you've been vegan for nearly 6 years now, eh?
Yeah, a bit more.
But more than 6 years? Okay.
Yeah, I've been a vegan since 2010, after a few documentaries, like you all know these documentaries. And I needed a transition of 2 years because I was so shy and I didn't want to be noticed and stuff, but...
You just wanted to conform?
Yeah, it was stupid.
And you used to be quite a pisshead, eh? You used to drink a lot of booze.
Yeah, I did that before.
You got wasted?
Yeah.
At the gothic parties?
Many times.
What do you have to say to people that still drink booze every now and then even?
If you still think that drinking alcohol is fun, yeah, it can be fun, but there are side effects, there are consequences, and it's not worth it. It makes you dehydrated and then you're missing out life in the next day, in the morning. It's not worth it. Just you can have fruit juice and enjoy your friends' presents, and you don't need to drink. It's wasting your youth.
And I find alcoholic beverages taste pretty shit too.
Yeah, I agree. Even before I thought that alcohol tasted like shit, so I added sugar and fruit juice in it. So why not drink fruit juice directly?
Some more interesting stats for the viewers. You did 87 cadence up here, average RPM, and your training stress score was 210 for 2 hours 45 minutes. So that means you did 76 TSS per hour. So in other words, it was pretty much like a full-on race for you today. How do your legs feel?
My legs went to sleep. It could feel worse. It was not so bad, but I think I can feel I had some effort.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video featuring Douce Frugalite. And if you'd like to see more of this stuff, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see something specifically, leave it in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.